Ladies and gentlemen, I have a chart to show you all today. This is very important for the new year. It's a great chart that clearly shows what we might have and keep in 2025, which I'm sure will be very useful knowledge for many of you right now. We also have a lot of other important news stories to share right away because, to be honest, the last 24 hours have been pretty busy. Many of you may already know that I'm Canadian and that our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau just officially announced his resignation. And ironically, this is going to be great for the crypto business because Pierre Poliver is his main rival. This person is someone who is really into cryptocurrencies and has money put in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a few other altcoins. So what we're starting to see, and I'll just say this is a huge shift in the global space. Whether it's in the US, where Donald Trump is elected the most experienced crypto-friendly Congress in history, Trump is obviously pro-crypto, and he and his kids went to Bitcoin Nashville, among other things, or in Canada, where a veteran crypto candidate was elected. Many other European countries are following suit right now. In general, things look good. In particular, I'm very happy about this development because Canada needs a trade badly. There have been many discussions about making Canada the 51st state in the United States. To be honest, I don't think it will really show up. Actually, I really want it to happen because I do all of my business in the US anyway. Even so, this is good news for the crypto business everywhere in the world because North America is going to become a real powerhouse in the crypto field. When we talk about political powerhouses, Brad Garlinghouse just put out this post, which I need to pay attention to. This is what he said. Now that it's 25, the Trump bull market for Ripple is real. That is even more private now that Gensler C did the right thing and shut down our home business for years. It's clear that they're optimistic, and they should be. Right now, 75% of Ripple's open rolls are based in the US. As it has been for the past 4 years, most of the workers have always been outside. Because of the election, the US made more deals in the last 6 weeks of 2024 than in the previous 6 months. The 6 months before. That's crazy now. You know that they're putting a lot of money into our American-based business. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for Ripple, XRP, HBR, and most of these other US-based crypto companies. This also says a lot. Okay, if you want to know where the economy is going, you should always look at which companies are investing in the US economy and which ones are hiring more people instead of letting people go. If you run a certain business, you're hiring more and more people. This is making their business grow by leaps and bounds. If that's the case, you should look into it more from an investment point of view because the business is probably growing, especially one. This is how big Ripple is. So basically, we're seeing that the number of new hires at the Ripple agency is going through the roof. This means that the business is about to grow. They wouldn't do that for no reason. Also, we can see that Team Trump, which includes Scott Best, David Sachs, Paul Atkins, and others, has already sped up innovation and job growth in the US. They aren't at work either. But tell me what you need. But Trump is already making crypto cool again through his campaign and changes to management Stay One objectives. Also, I do believe this. It's clear that the US economy is going to become very strong while most of the rest of the world, including China, is seeing their economies shrink. This is very important and should not be stressed enough. You should know that those stories are being kept secret like crazy because, well, it's a big deal. In light of this, I have a short clip from none other than Brad Garlinghouse that hints at a USA XRP strategic reserve. The United States XRP strategic reserve shows what the CC case brought to light in the XRP ETF. We will soon talk about the technicals and charts that will show that 2025 will be a very strong year. First, though, we need to play this clip because it's crazy. Okay, I'll just play this and play Brad here because he has a lot of interesting things to say about how XRP became the second most valuable cryptocurrency a long time ago. Once more, that was before you had these outside factors that I would call artificial. Maybe not moral on the website now, though. That other one I think you're seeing now. And I think you know what a stage playing field is, but just in case, I'll compare it to keeping a basketball underwater for long enough. In the end, you let go of it, but it still shoots up. However, why does this surprise us? It was kept underwater by someone, but now it's growing. So look, I find it hard to avoid fields in particular, but I think we should grade those over a long period of time. I give Ripple workers hope. We are aware that the price of XRP has gone up. Having said that, we do try to think about what we're building in the long run and how it fits into an internet of value and how XRP can be an important part of such a web. Yeah, it's kind of like trying to separate some of the guesswork from the use case and finally the way to think about the value My job as an analyst, on the other hand, is to look at glide funds, which are funds that hold stocks for 20 years or more. And when you get rid of a big obstacle to flows, charges go up. So we've been talking about these ETFs, and I still think we're in the very early stages of demand for even just Bitcoin ETFs, let alone as people start to move into other assets. Then to top it all off, I think that will cost many billions of dollars over the next few years. After that, you talk about demand from something like a reserve, which I think could be higher than even the demand for the ETF. So it was exciting to try to set a rate on something where you really only had a small window of time to buy the call for aspect. Because of this, I think free exploration will be fun here for a while. Do you hear what I'm saying? I mean, that they might be talking about a strategic reserve at the same time, probably the USA XRP strategic reserve. That would be crazy. He seemed to be saying that could be even bigger than the amount of money that has come in through XRP or Bitcoin ETFs. If that happens, then yes, I mean, I think XRP easily goes over $20. There's no longer any doubt that these things will happen if the US says something along these lines. I also think there is a good chance that this will happen at some point in the future. Maybe not now, not in 2025, maybe in 25 or 26. Let's find out for sure though, because I'm about to show you guys this chart, which I think is very important. Okay, so that's a picture for cryptocurrency every year. And you can see that it covers all the rounds before this one right here where my mouse is. The years are 2013, 2014, 2014, 2015, 2016, and 2017. You can also see that there are 3 big lights that haven't been used before in these 3 years of growth. Another time, this time around from 2019 to 2020 to 2021. Again, these 3 years have been good for the market, right? After the giga dump in 2019, a lot of things started to happen. After that, there was a lot of movement in 2020. And now we're seeing something very similar happen here in 2023, 2024, and soon to be 2020, 2025. There's no doubt that the 2025 yearly chart is just getting started. However, in the last 3 rounds, we've had 3 green candles, and that started in 2017. Of course, we all remember how well XRP did back then. When XRP went up more than 10 times in a single year, that was the first time we saw its real rapid growth. To be honest with you guys, I think that's what we'll see here again in 2025 as part of this 3-year cycle. It would mean that we are breaking a trend that has been going on since the beginning of cryptocurrency if we don't see this. There have been a lot of changes in those 4 12-month cycles, and some 3-hour cycles have been more bullish than others. However, we can all agree that 2017 was great in many ways. For starters, the SEC didn't hold the XRP charge down, much like the comparison Brad Garlinghouse made of holding the basketball beneath and then launching it up. This is very important. Based on how easy it is to read the regulations, I think this is the year 2025 we are seeing here. Based on the performance of the XRP ETFs, the America XRP strategic reserves, and a way to grow the US economy are all betting on this. And because of that, I'm really excited about year 3. I believe year 3 is the place to shop. If you bought something in 2016, no matter what the reason was, you'll be much better off in 2017, as long as you keep it safe during that whole year.